day I learned that white people were A1 finessers. Feliz Navi Vlogmas, everybody. It's your girl aw-peh, and I'm in Tokyo. Today, I have another story time for you. This is the story time about how my college roommate ruined Christmas that year. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if this video makes you laugh or if you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out. And don't forget to leave a comment because I'm curious to know how you guys would have handled this situation. Because let me know, okay? Let's get into the story. Okay, so I used to talk about this roommate all the time on this channel, but those videos are long gone. A little bit of context. My college roommate was a white girl. So let's call her Julia. There was so much culture shock, obviously living in close quarters with a white person, getting to know a white person that intimately, like living with them. There was a lot of culture shock and a lot of nuance that she really helped me see during that time. I don't know how I want to explain this. One of the, I don't know, stereotypes or like misconceptions I had always had about white people up until that experience was that white people loved Christmas. When I moved to America, the neighborhood that we lived in was very white, and the white people, when it came to holiday season, they got down. They did not play. Decorations, light shows, they always made sure they had Santa coming through our little cul-de-sac on the fire truck. Like, they did not play about Christmas. And so this was something that I had always believed to be true. My first experiences in childhood seeing white people have Christmas, coupled with all the Christmas movies that I was consuming, I knew for a fact white people did not play about Christmas, okay? So I'm living with Julia and the semester is winding down, and here comes our very first Christmas together. I would say maybe about 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, because it was like right before finals. That's mid-December. So this was like maybe the first or second week in December. She comes to me and she's like,
"Oh my gosh, girl, I got you the best Christmas gift. You're absolutely gonna love it. I'm so excited for you to see it. I saw it and I thought of you, and I know you're gonna love it. It's gonna be so amazing. And I'm so excited to get you. I cannot wait till we exchange gifts."
This news hits me like a ton of bricks because I had no intentions on getting her anything. Her energy around the gift that she got me is palpable, and it instantly jolts me back to childhood of like seeing how the white families in my neighborhood handled Christmas. And I'm like, she is not going to understand if I try to explain to her that I could not afford to get her a Christmas gift. Like, I got to get her something. Okay, cool. So at this time, we lived next to a mall, but it's like the only mall for like, I would say maybe 10 to 15 miles. First of all. Second of all, it's in a college town around the end of the semester. To say it was packed is an understatement. And when I was really thinking about this story to tell it, the memory of the parking garage like knocked me down, okay? Because I remember I had to have been riding around in that parking garage for no fewer than 90 minutes looking for a parking space, okay? So before I even got into the mall, my nerves were shredded, okay? An hour and a half looking for parking at a mall is crazy. But let me get back into it. So the entrance to the mall that was closest to where I parked, like right next to it, there were like, I think like one of the stores was like, I want to say it was Rue 21. That's a throwback. Some of y'all might not even be old enough to remember Rue 21, okay? May they rest in peace. I actually don't know if that still exists or not. I just haven't seen one in ages. Anyway, so it was Rue 21, and I remember when I walked in, they had like a nice little Christmas display of like knickknacks for sale. One of them was like a shot glass. It was like a cute little shot glass. It had something funny on it. I don't remember, but I remember it was a shot glass. And I was like, oh, Julia would love this. And it was like $3.99. So I was like, perfect, everybody wins. I'll wrap it up real cute, put a lovely little message in the card. We're good to go. I go to pick up the shot glass, and I kid y'all not, I can't even say I heard the Spirit of the Lord, because I really don't think I don't think that this was a decision that God wanted me to make. But there was some voice in my head somewhere that said, now girl, you cannot give her no $3.99 gift. You can't do this. Like, come on. Like, she has gotten you this gift and she has put her whole heart and her soul into it. This is the holiday of her ancestors. So in my mind, at this point, upsetting a white person during Christmas feels like a crime to me. Like, you have to remember cultural context. Like, this is what I'm thinking. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try to go to at least one other store and see if I can do better than this shot glass. Okay, cool. So there's multiple levels. It's a mall. it's multiple levels, right? So I need to go up a level. As I'm trying to figure out what store I should go to next, I'm like, okay, let me try to go to a different level so that I can be like, you know, inspired by what stores I walk past. Now, I've said this 1,000 times on this channel. I've always struggled with anxiety for really as long as I can remember when I think back on it. But I really have anxiety when it comes to elevators. I have an irrational fear that every time I get on an elevator, the elevator is going to just like Tower of Terror, okay? We're in a mall. It's only 2 floors. Or maybe I think it's like a 3-level mall, but it ain't no Tower of Terror type elevator. But still, we get on it. It's already kind of packed, but there's like a little bit of room in it. I'm feeling good. Before the doors can close completely, a family of 12, and I am not exaggerating, stroller and everything, hit me with the
hold the elevator.
Now 12 of them are squeezing on to this little bitty elevator with me, and like there's already other people in it. And in my mind, I'm like starting to have the beginning stages of a panic attack because we're going from the 1st to the 3rd level. And I know in my spirit that this elevator is about to plummet. Like we're all about to just drop down to our demise. And so this is like the longest, like, I don't even know, 15-second elevator ride of my life. So finally we get off at the 3rd floor. I'm taking huge deep breaths trying to calm myself down. And in the midst of my deep breaths, suddenly it hits me, I know what her favorite store is. It's Victoria's Secret. Now, back in these days, Victoria's Secret used to have like a collection of everything. They've fallen off real bad, right? But they used to have like the Pink and Pink Academy, and they used to do like underwear, body wash, lip gloss, lotions. Like you could get any feminine product daggone near at Victoria's Secret. And I'm like, bet, that's the store I'm going to go to because I know that's what she's gonna like. Also, I'm feeling really confident because at this time, Victoria's Secret used to always do like little deals, especially for like college students. Like, and maybe this was just because we were in a college town, but like if you had your college ID, they would give you a discount. And I'm like, oh, that coupled with the holiday sales, I could probably get something for a really good deal. And I know she'll still like it because it's coming from her favorite store. So I'm like, this is an excellent bet. So here's a little bit about my lore. I don't like shopping. Shopping for me brings up a lot of my insecurities to the forefront. I don't like, it's time consuming. I don't really enjoy shopping. I enjoy it now more than I did back then, but back then shopping had virtually no redeeming qualities for me. And to this day, there are 2 times where shopping becomes unbearable for me. If I have a jacket on or if there are a lot of people in the store with me. Now, don't ask me what it is about the jacket because I don't know. I truly don't know. But if I got a jacket on and you ask me to go shopping, I'm going to look at you like you're crazy because do you not see this coat? Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But the second one I feel like is pretty normal. Like, I just don't like all of the people in the space when I'm trying to shop. For me, it just makes the experience like 18 times worse. But you have to remember at this point, it's December and I'm on the East Coast. Okay, so of course I have a jacket on and of course there are a lot of people in the stores. So again, from the garage to these circumstances to the elevator, my nerves are frayed. Okay, like I'm walking on pins and needles at this point. Okay, but I continue my journey to Victoria's Secret anyway because I need to make sure I get Julia the best daggone Christmas gift she's ever gotten for, you know, $9.99 or less. So as I'm walking to Victoria's Secret, there's like a row of stores and there's a massive crowd in front of them. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what is going on at these stores? Are they giving stuff for free? Like, this is a lot of people. And as I get closer to the crowd, I realize this is Victoria's Secret. So I don't know what the layouts look like now. I haven't been to a Victoria's Secret in years, but like back in the day, they used to have Victoria's Secret in the mall would have 2 entrances. So like one side would be Victoria's Secret and one side would be the Pink section specifically. And this really might have been because we were in a college town, because I know Pink used to do like Pink University, Pink Academy type vibes. So maybe they just had to expand it for that location specifically. But what I thought was a row of stores was literally just one packed out Victoria's Secrets. Like people were coming and going. It was It was a mass of people. It was insane. So at this point, I'm like, you've made it this far. Go in, find something. We'll figure out how long we have to wait in this line when we get there. So, you know, again, it's holiday time. They have like these little stores displayed with all of like their little holiday sets. And I remember at this time, there was a specific fragrance that she really loved. It wasn't Love Spell. She wasn't that basic, but it was something specific that she like really loved. Like that was like her like signature scent. Mind you, in undergrad back at this time, getting your signature scent from VS was like a big deal, okay? Literally on the display table, they had that scent, but like the set. It was like the spray, the body wash, and the lotion, or the body butter. It was the spray, the body butter, and the body wash. That's what it was. It was like, because you know, back then, I'm trying to tell you, back then, Victoria's Secret used to hold it down for the girls, not lotion, baby. Butter. Yes. It was like $49.50. I'll never forget that price. It was $49.50, but the table was like, everything here is 60% off. So I'm like, bet, that's like $20. I could do that. It's a little more than I wanted to spend, but I can make that happen because I know that she's going to love this, no matter if it's like, it might not be as thoughtful as whatever she's gotten me, but I know it's something that she's absolutely going to enjoy, and I can pay a little extra to like feel better about it, right? Cool. So I grab the set and I go to take it to the line in order to ring up. And what I'm about to tell you is not an exaggeration, y'all. This line was so long that not only did I grow old and have kids, those kids had kids, and then their kids had kids, and then those kids also had kids before I got to the front of the line. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Okay. It is to this day, I think, the longest line I have ever waited in my entire life. I am including airport security lines. I'm including concert lines. Okay. I'm including the lines at the Costco during the COVID pandemic. Okay. I don't think I've ever waited in a line like I waited in the line at that Victoria's Secret. Okay. But all of that is inconsequential because I finally make it to the front. I'm almost done this journey. Okay. I make it to the cashier. This is the only thing I'm buying. This is the only thing I'm buying. I hand it to her. She rings it up. She looks at me. She says, all right, well, that'll be $49.50 plus tax. That's what it was. I said, oh. I said, well, actually, this was, you know what I'm saying, on the table, this is 60% off over there. And she's like, I'm sure she was having a horrible day, so I'm not even going to try to hold that against her. But she didn't give a damn. She was like,
oh, somebody probably put it there on accident. This isn't on sale. It's $49.50 plus tax. Like, do you want to buy it or do you want to get out and look for something else?
And in my mind, I feel like I experience, like, I feel like time almost slows down because, one, I hate holding up lines. So I'm like, okay, I need to make a decision because I can't hold up the line. But I also cannot spend $50 on this girl's gift. So like, and I also cannot get out of line to try to find something else. And I also don't have it in me to go to another store. Like, where do we go from here? Okay. Has to be the longest 10-second decision I've ever had to ponder over. But I'm like, you know what? Julia has gone out of her way to know you, to pay enough attention to you that she has found you a gift that she is so certain that you are going to love. She cannot even hold her in excitement over your potential excitement. Like, you just need to give her this $50. Like, or not give her this $50, but you just got to put up the $50 for this, baby. Pull out my emergency credit card, drop it on the table. Swipity swipe. And I'm like, you know what? You did the right thing, aw-peh. Like, she is not family, but you live with her, and that's close enough. Like, getting her a $50 gift, it just makes sense, right? So I take it home. I wrap it up real nice. So Christmas Eve comes, and we had decided to exchange gifts on Christmas Eve. Both of us lived locally. We both were from Maryland, and our school was in Maryland. So we were just going to go home for like Christmas Day type thing. And yeah, and later that night, we were having friends who were also local come over. So we had decided to exchange gifts before they got there. Okay, so now this is where we are. She gives me my gift first. And at this point, I'm ecstatic. I'm over the moon. All of the anxiety from my trip to the mall is gone. I've already come to peace with the $50 that I've spent on this gift that I didn't really have, because I'm like, all right, I'm finna get some Christmas money and this will be done before I know it. And I am excited to see this gift that she's given me because she's so excited about it. Like, you have to understand, her excitement is bringing my excitement. And also for me, this is like my first white people Christmas. Like, this is my first white people Christmas too. So like, I'm just really excited for all of it, right? She gives me the gift and I can tell it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's material. It's soft. Like there's no box on it. So I can feel that it's material. Reader, it's important to know I had been looking for a robe for a very long time. I love a good robe. If you've seen my channel before, I'm sure at some point you've caught me in a robe. I love a good robe, especially for around the house. And at this time I was looking for a really nice one. So my excitement at this point, off the scales. I'm like, oh my gosh, she got me a robe. So I'm unwrapping it, and I can finally start to see the material of whatever it is, right? Like that it's made with. And it doesn't look like the material of any robe that I have ever seen. It looks like the material they use to make Furbies with. Oh, Mom. Okay, well, anyhow. So I keep opening it, and when it's out of the wrapper completely, I lift it up and I realize it's not a robe at all. It's a blanket made out of Furby material. And it is in the most disgusting, most bland, lavender grayish color. And it's just not what I want. So in the next longest 10 seconds of my life, I'm thinking to myself, what have I done or said or even worn around her to make her think that this is the gift for me? And in my mind, I'm thinking, is this her first time meeting me? Like, why would she get me this? Okay, and here's the thing. It's a blanket, cool, keep me warm. This has to be like, it's maybe like 18 by 20 inches. Like it's a child's blanket. It's not big enough to cover. This is a big body biz. This is not enough material to cover me. Okay? At this point, I'm still holding this up and I'm processing it. And then it dawns on me that I'm about to give this girl a gift that cost me 50 American dollars. Mind you, we're still in these 10 seconds. And I went through the full stages of grief in these 10 seconds. Anger, denial, bargaining, grief. I went through everything except for acceptance because there was no way that this was about to happen to me. And I kid you not, I opened my mouth to be gracious, to say thank you. And what actually came out was, is this what you got me? And God bless her little white heart, Julia was so oblivious. She said, yes, don't you just love it? She was still so excited. To this day, I do not understand what she thought she gave me. I to this day don't understand what she thought she gave me or why she thought I would want it. Like, it shocks me to this day. To this day!
To this day! To this day! To this day!
And something she keeps saying, I saw it and I thought of you. And I still I don't know if she was sneak dissing this entire time or not. Because what about this Furby blanket made you think of me? Like, what are you trying to say? Like to this day, I always have to wonder, was she sneak dissing every time she said that? Because what was going on? Anyway, she picks up like her wrapped gift. And so she now goes to open up her gift. And I'm like, okay, I think I could pull it off if I just tell her, hey, I don't think you're gonna like that as much as I love this blanket. Let me take that back and get you something else and then go to the Dollar Tree and get her something. But I said, you know what? You're in it, babes. You're in it. She goes to open her gift. Obviously, she loves it. It's from her favorite store. It's her favorite scent and it's a set. And I'm just watching her jump around the living room excited as a mug. And I'm just sitting here with this damn Furby in my hand. Honestly, a Furby would have been a better, an actual Furby would have been a better gift, but that's neither here nor there. Like I said, that was probably, that I think to this day is the worst gift I've ever gotten, Christmas or otherwise. And I will say that was the day I realized, that was the day I learned that white people do not care about Christmas. That was also the day I learned that white people were A1 finessers. Okay, I've never been finessed like that again. Whew, oh my gosh, that was actually quite traumatic to relive. I hope y'all enjoyed this Vlogmas edition of Story Time. Oh, Julia, wherever you are in the world, keep finessing, baby. Keep finessing. The world needs people like you to keep them on their toes, because I got once, ain't been got since, and don't plan on getting got ever again. But yeah, that was like one of the worst Christmases I've ever had. Like, $50 on an emergency card was not a small thing back then. Like, but it's whatever. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Hope you learned a valuable lesson. I'm not sure what the lesson could have been, but I hope you learned it anyways. Don't forget to give this video a like on your way out and leave a comment below. How would y'all have handled that? Do y'all think I got finessed? Was it my fault for still being so naive, thinking that all white people loved Christmas? Because that didn't even account for Jewish people, and I grew up with Jewish people, so I'm not even sure how I made that blunder at that age. I was only like 18, 19, but I should have known better. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. See you guys tomorrow for another Vlogmas day. Okay, bye.